To all those brave people who are still resistant to becoming to what the other expects from them, creating an alliance with the magical world. People who know about the forbidden stories say that there used to be a king and a queen living in a powerful kingdom with a son, the prince who had been baptized brave. Although the king and the queen used to buy for him swords, shields, bow and arrows, the little prince rather liked to spend his time playing in the gardens of the palace, where he built sand castles with many beautiful flowers on them, the ones that he loved to draw after all, to present anyone around him.
I don't like Brave spending so much time playing with flowers and drawings. All that stuff is not for a proper prince. He needs to learn how to handle a sword, to hunt dragons, and to rescue princesses in order to be a real prince,
the king said angrily. But Brave used to answer that he didn't like the swords, that he didn't want to kill dragons nor any other alive being, and that he hadn't any problem in helping princesses in danger, or princes in danger too. The king had gotten very upset about this situation, and he confessed to the queen that Bray was not the kind of prince he had ever dreamt of. A generous number of inhabitants from the kingdom began to murmur that the prince should have been named Coward instead, and they continued whispering around, laughing and having fun with the royal situation. One afternoon, the king insisted on taking the whole family on a hunting trip, and they met the most beautiful deer they had never seen. The monarch wanted the little prince to shoot it, but he immediately denied his proposal, reminding them all his belief. Then the king grabbed the bow in a too aggressive manner, and he pointed to the animal, who was on the other side of the river. If he hadn't standing up on the river shore, he wouldn't fall into the too wide water going down. Everybody around got petrified. The guardians started to put their heavy armors off in order to try to rescue him, but they were lasting too much time. Without even hesitation, Brave, who never wore armors, jumped into the water and he swam to his father. Unfortunately, the prince was too short and the king too tall, so the whirlpool caught them too. If the deer, who was observing everything with his big brown eyes, didn't jump into the water to rescue them using his back, they would have died. The moment they were all in a safe place, the animal spoke in a harmonious and deep enough voice. "I'm Anda, the king of the elfos. If you had shot your arrow, you would have hurt me, and my people would have declared you the war. But the bravery of your son stopped the madness. After that, I wouldn't have done anything when I saw you falling, but the strength of this young prince moved me, so I decided to rescue you. This is the most brave prince that any kingdom, human or elfic, has ever had. He had had the bravery, the honesty, and the strength to be himself against the wishes of all the others who wanted him to be different. From now on, while he is the prince of your kingdom, I offer my alliance and my friendship." At the beginning, everything was a big surprise, but from time to time, all the people understood that real bravery has nothing to do with neither swords or arrows. And an everlasting alliance between these two kingdoms was born. The kingdom's inhabitants were so glad of having such a real brave prince as their leader that many others decided to be brave enough, like him, leaving their marks behind.